Alright people, we just saw this right here. This is a motorized bike I put together, but we're almost done soon. All I have to do is get a gas tank mounts for this. To all my special friends, including Blake, Danielle, Melissa, and also my cousin Janelle out east. So we're actually videotaping this right now, showing you. It took me 4 months to complete this project. All you do is hook this on the kill switch, get it all tie wrapped with some tie wraps. Had to readjust the speed meter. What I had to do a lot during this week to roll this down the hill and adjust the clutch type thing when I put this little screw in here. This little screw I got for like $5 for a 10-tack of them. I put a better chain system on it. That is a number 41 chain. Compared to the stock chains, that silver one you see on there a while back, I still kept that one. But they gave me 2 chains for like $20. There's a guy in California sells them from, and they bring it from China. The only thing you don't do with this type of bicycle, and I want to warn people about it, is don't roll it backwards when you engage the clutch. When you engage, when you press down the clutch, when you pedal it, do not roll your bicycle backwards. The chain will pop off, then you have to put it back on. But when you disengage the clutch, when you start the motor, it has not started yet. It does not have no gas in it, but that's the time we're going to start after that. When we get a chance, when I get the gas mount and all that stuff, it'll definitely do that. Makes the piston sound, and that's what it does. So I put those on there during the week, and this manifold I got, it's pretty long. There we go. This one I put on, and I got this better manifold than the black one. It was a short one. I put some JB Well in the bolts so that it will not pop out the bolt inside. I might have to get some kind of hex coil screw that goes in it later on. But I JB Well, but the worst thing, you can take that off either way. But I put JB Well, and it's just for temporary to hold. It has not broke off yet, but it's pretty good. And that's actually a gas maker that actually keeps the gas oil leaks out of it. It's actually JB Well stuff, and that's actually JB Well. The gray stuff is for regular JB Well, the original. The red stuff is actually for oil hands. You can seal off air leaks and stuff like that, and it's pretty quite good. So, also we already had to readjust the speed meter. It's pretty quite good. It's pretty accurate what I can do. That's not actual the time right now. So, what I had to do a lot of this, when I got the chain temperature, what I did for her right here, for this bike, I put rubber inner tube mounts on it. You know, like that goes on your bicycle inner tubes. I put that right there. So I put this up here so the chain does not grind this area right here. I'll have to black that out. That license plate, sorry. So we'll probably blur that out when we have some chance. But this is what it is. Let me show you in a minute. There we go. And that's what I'm looking at right there. That's what it keeps them in the chain from grinding. It bounces off. Same thing, this one right here on the top here. It's exactly what it is. See the chain number 44? That's what it is. And that's what I'm saying. And I had to put these hex coil screws in there. What was wrong with this bike? This part here, I had to took those out. The original ones. Had to use a screwdriver extractor. One of those little bits like a quartz-type screw. I got one of those that broke off once, but the broken off piece actually helped to get some out the screws. So I put new clutch pads on it. This one was actually a new one. This one I had to replace this one right here. This one I had to replace. And the clutch thing is still the original I have. And I had to do all that. The engine's good. We got the CDI switch. Most of that spark plug is good and tight. So I had to replace those screws because they were the kind of problem. These are like $14 screws that comes with all the thing, even including the engine and everything. And they work a lot better what they do. Later on I might have to cut off that little bolt on the pipe. Not right now. Everything's quite good. And I had to put this fuel valve up here. The hard time took a lot of time was the throttle cable I had to adjust, and that's what I do. And this clutch pad, when you get one of these, you have to take this whole thing apart. Okay? You got to take this out and go inside where the butterfly net in the middle, right here. So So I had to do a lot of that to get it to work that way. So when I release the butterfly nut, the screw actually holds it, and that's what it does. It actually does that the way it does. There's actually like a silver screw that goes in the side of it. That's what keeps the clutch from slipping it out either way. Then you have to loosen the butterfly nut. Then when you feel the grip, when you tighten it up a little bit, not over tighten it, when you feel it right between that range, that's usually will work. I had to tighten up with a little screwdriver a little bit, not too much, and the clutch engages it. That's how it works. So this is the chain tincture that came, the stock one. I was supposed to get another one for the wheel that goes on the top, but this is not going to slide what I did. I took it down the hills. I took it on the big steep hill today, and it was shooting like 25, 26 miles an hour with this sprocket chain. That's not like if you don't pedal. If you pedal it, it'll accelerate. When you turn on the motor, it probably goes at least, if it's like 26 miles an hour, just imagine, that would have been 45 to 60 miles an hour probably. And this took a lot of time to put this on this chain here, the way I did. And I took a lot of time on that, because that coil actually keeps it from heating. What I have to do is got to solve this fuel line problem right here. That's what I'm saying. This fuel line problem right here, I have to probably keep it away from the top and not to overheat it. That's what I'm going to do, and tie wrap that. It's really quite good. Very quite good. This was actually the hardest piece. I had to get that moped mount. That is a moped mount. One of my neighbors actually had to bend it out with a, one of those vase type grip things that you hold crunch thing. See, he bent it out, and that's what he did when he did that back 2 months ago, about a month ago. So that actually fits, and I'll show you the bolts up on top. Yeah, you can see it right up here, the way you see it up there. That's what, let me see if we can see it. Yeah, we can see everything up there. There it is. That's the bolt that will hold it. It's no big deal. I'll have to clean that out. That's all that dirt, but I put an inner tube and regular Scotch tape that goes around it. You can actually see it that way. That's what it is. That's I wrapped around with some packaging tape on the inner tube and threw another inner tube on top of that on the bottom and the top. That's how it does. Alright. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video today. We'll actually show you some more stuff. Then I actually got those spinners that goes right on those things. These spinners like $9 for it comes with both of them. It actually got the fenders what it is. Really quite cool, but that's what I'm saying. I actually got another set of them right here in the garage. In that kind of way I am. This is all the stuff here that goes with all the motorized bike stuff. This is all my kits up here. And I put all this stuff. That's the $14 thing I have. These I tried other ones too, but that's what it is. That's what I'm saying. There's the chain that came, the one I actually got. All these, what I have to do is put chain lube, and I use this kind of stuff right here. This actually goes in the clutch. This stuff is what you need for clutches, and it actually works. And the other stuff I had to do with is mostly, I'm going to be doing with a lot of with for the regular chains, but it already has oil in it. This I put on the regular bicycle chain. This is actually gear oil. This stuff will not seize up on it, and that's what they say. It works better and lasts longer. That's the clutch I did back several weeks ago, about a month ago, to grind it out. But when I took the screws out, they were stripped. When I did it with a screwdriver extractor. But that took a lot of work on that. And I got all these chain links and stuff. These are mostly chain links for the other chain. But this chain came with one, but I have to probably buy a bunch of other ones. These are the stock chains. What I actually have. Before I do anything, I'll have to probably put this back on here. And when I do that, either way. So also, these are actually other ones I actually have that goes on the chain things, clutch things. And I got a few gasket things. There's actually a 33 sprocket right here, a 32. You put this on here, this actually will make it go really faster. That's a 32 sprocket. The other one's a 44. It'll actually make it go really fast. Trust me, it actually will make you go faster on your bike. And I already got a bunch of spark plugs that will go with that. Those are the best spark plugs. And there's my oil that will go to it. This is the stuff the lawn boy I have to use. This one might be too much on it. That's just in case of backup. This one actually will start the engine. You have to put one of these in the whole thing and dump it in there. I'll have to get at least 2 more of those oils to get it cycled, but it'll take a while to cycle through. You can go at least 60 miles on one thing. And I already got another air filter that goes like that. That's my headlight's going to go on the bicycle. Now, it says to get some turn signals. This is the headlight I'm supposed to get. I actually have. And it works fine. This will go on the bike, but I could probably buy some more to make it look very interesting. But it's pretty cool. Just filling all the project. The only thing I have to do this week, put some tie wraps on those things. We'll be rock and roll in no time later on. And these are my other ones. That's the clutch changer. When I feel the ting, I'm going to use that so it doesn't spill over anything. Make sure I clean that out when that happens. And I got all the little washes and stuff I have. These are all my spare parts. This is more gasket makers I have. They go on the clutches and they go on the engines. So I'm pretty quite prepared on that. And these tools actually will tighten up the stuff. What I have to do is those bottom type things you see. Also, I'm going to probably put some of this on my wires. This little plastic tubing you get at AutoZone. It actually keeps the stuff from heating up. It's called wire conduct. And that's really good. And when you get bolts and stuff, you have to put a lot of this stuff called thread locking stuff. It's very easy. I usually use a toothpick or usually a brush I usually use, like a little paintbrush that works. And they're fine to do that. Very quite good, no problem. So, to all my social friends, before we end this video today, we'll probably bring another video out real soon. I got the spy glasses ready to go today. We'll be able to ride them with them real soon. It's not good quality, but it's pretty decent. Let me make sure it's focused. There we go. Alright, I'm going to let you guys go, but what you got to do, I'll probably have to do this to saw these off some to the ground. That's what I got to do with these when I have some time. But first I got to get work on the gas tank. Once that happens, then I'll go on this to last. This will be the wires I have to tuck in. And I have to do the fuel line filter thing. The one I got, the little red thing actually will go on it. And it's supposed to keep the fuel occupied that way. So, I'll let you go. Have a great weekend. This is Richard. Have a great weekend on the Saturday in September 2019. And catch you all later.